Johnny and the Mix.
Hey traders, sorry about that. Just dealing with, did the wire transfer today of the new property, and just working on the witness and the notary, and the closing is tomorrow. So, huge stuff happening in my life. So it's just kind of like, last stream from Birmingham. Not the last one ever, because I'm sure I'll be back for like holidays and stuff. But like, yeah, definitely the last one before the new era of Miami. And now we're look on the 8s, 2 minutes until your daily candle close. Bitcoin has failed once again to break $23,835. That very small resistance seemed to, things were pretty euphoric earlier today and even yesterday when we were just initially breaking it. The whole stock market was going nuts. Leading up to the earnings, this was the biggest day of earnings season. Amazon, Google, and Apple all reported. Apple first earnings miss in 7 years. All three missed. So they're not really down too bad off that either. I mean, a few percentage points max. So when they reported, that's when Bitcoin, it had pulled back some, but that's when it really started going red on the day for the first time. So on this day, you have intraday made your highest price since August, but you will not be closing at your highest price. In fact, yesterday you did not even close at your highest price of the year. That was on the 29th of January, and it's a new month. So really everything started selling off because of that. With Bitcoin, Ethereum seeing a little red. Look, I mean, Ethereum was nuts. At one point, my alert was going off. It was over $1,700. It almost hit the resistance, like the major inflection point that goes all the way back to history, where if you broke that, almost 100% chance, $1,972, $2,000, but you didn't. You didn't even test it. You tested the top of the flag and pulled back. Really not bad, though. I mean, it's still pretty friggin' strong. Like, if you just take out these insignificant time scales where you see the sell-off and stuff, I mean, look, Ethereum's virtually up on the day, 0.12%. So the audio's okay? All right, I'm just, you know how it is. This stream, this is so temporary right now. Okay, there it is, new day, Jesus chimes. Someone play the Jesus chimes. Where it was, there was no highest daily candle close. Some of the altcoins, you got it. Some did. And a lot of stocks today saw their highest levels since like May or August or September of last year, multi-month highs. The melt up. I tried to get the thumbnail changed. That's the way it was. That was the narrative before earnings. And we can take a look at some of those. But that's it. Ethereum's still so elevated and still flagging for now until you pull back. I mean, it's just strong, man. But yeah, it's just unfortunate with the new day. Here's Bitcoin. No breakout yet. What's up, Alistair? Thanks, dude. Okay. So it's just not going to be one of those crazy days. I mean, we had a crazy stream yesterday, did we not? Because of the potential breakout. And then, like, when the breakout doesn't happen, it's just like, normal stream. Okay, there it is. That's not a pullback of any sort. It's just another day in the same impulse you've had. I mean, since the impulse started at the beginning of the year, you're still in it. There has been no pullback deep enough for you to have a valid pullback. I mean, it's not. It's the same wave. One wave up, like an X to A wave. So we go to BNB, not really that concerned with it, as it did have a, look at that. I mean, a rising wedge or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it tested that, pulled back, and what else did it test? Wow. Go to the weekly so you can see. I want you to remember on the weekly, this is the most important. Look at the daily 4 hour, there's just no point. The argument's so strong on the weekly, you don't have to look on the daily 4 hour too much. But what happened? Officially testing that supply line, it goes back to November 7th and November 7th, 2022, and November of 2021. That's a massive level. So breaking that, 350, after 350 is green skies. Wait, bluegrass? No. Blue skies, green grass. There we go. Okay. So you tested the breakout level, but you didn't break out. So we can move on, BNB, and then XRP, that again, you don't even need to, like, what is there to worry about? You just look at the freaking weekly chart. And we know that this could fail, of course. Below 32.5 cents, it is failing. But You just confirmed that as a bottom the second time. And so when you're nervous about stuff that happened, like, the end of the day today or yesterday for Bitcoin and crypto, if you're looking at the 4 hour, you might be subject to fear. Emotions might start setting in. But when you scale out and you go the weekly or the 3-day or something like that, nothing happened. Like, no big deal. I mean, whatever. And that's kind of the same thing with Bitcoin. Looking at like the weekly, what happened? What are you worried about it? Anything going on the weekly? Nope. Just a red candle. I mean, close like this in 3 days. It's fine. Oh, sorry. Still just working on these things. Gold got wrecked today. Bearish and golden candle. So the audio, you're saying the audio is not too bad. Hey, thanks for the new members of the Citadel. We had a few of them that joined. Really appreciate the support. This normally happens with price action, good price action. So thank you so much, Saint Comus. Thank you so much to. So I got to scroll through. Respect the TA. Respect the TA is getting so active. Crypto Ghost, thank you for joining the Citadel, supporting the community, man. Stewarty, thank you. And Theodore, thank y'all, my God, for joining the Citadel, where you get access to the trade setups, the education, my charts only that I'm posting, pinging people every day. It's an amenity of sorts, and yeah, thank y'all. So when in doubt, go to the weekly, no big deal on most of these. If anything, some of these altcoins are showing impeccable technical arguments for upside on the weekly. That's why you can't be nervous about, wow, an entire asset class collectively has gone up 50% plus in 3 weeks to a month. So what now? I mean, yes, any pullback that happens, you cannot be surprised. That's the way waves work. Yeah, you are not at optimum entry levels. I don't care if Bitcoin breaks out for real and goes to 30K. You're just not at them now. But that was kind of the point. If you miss the better areas, you get penalized based on how this asset class works. And what is being penalized? Well, when a breakout occurs, there is no formal back test. Momentum's too strong, and the bids just keep coming in. And then upsloping consolidation, high and tight flags, and then testing resistance, and eventually break it. And you straight up to 28,800 before people can even wake up. Retail is still asleep right now, for the most part. I mean, some are around, but it's like you'll get a wave up, consolidate for a while, and then you'll break upward again. More retail will get in, and by the time we're getting to 31K or so. So many people are waking up, showing up, asking questions. Should I buy now? And it's like, wow, dude. It's such an offensive question. Oh, you want to ask me about an asset that's up what? What would it be? What would it be up? Let's say it went to 28.8, from that initial impulse. People are going to be asking, should I buy Bitcoin at $28,800 when it's up 75% in 2 months or a month and a half or something? Because I think like if you're breaking 23.8, it could be a fast move to 28.8, 30K. So it's like not even really like Bitcoin was ever the most impeccable argument. It was some of the altcoins selectively, and you would be riding them. Like Shiba had a great day. I mean, you had a decent amount of assets today that were kind of melting out. Like, look what Shiba did. Shiba, it's all pulling back, though. It hits that 1296 resistance. And you just get that weakness in the pullback. And so, but is any damage been done? No, it's still amazing. It's like daily is incredible. Weekly, impeccable. Still target a 1700 on the weekly. But do you have the patience to wait? Because what if it takes 6 weeks, 6 more weeks, 2 more months? What if it takes that long to get to 1700? What if it takes that long to go up another 40%? Do you have the patience? Well, if you got into the best levels, most optimal levels off that type 2 return of the harmonic, you're kind of, you don't care, right? There's no rush because your position's up 50% at this point plus, right? In a few weeks. What's up, Richard, Rod, Joseph? Is this thing on, man? Again, understand this stream may just end abruptly. I'm telling you now, like it did yesterday twice. That's how the stream ended, because this internet here is so garbage. Upload speeds obviously got problems, and it seems like I'm getting
Respect,
throttled.
Lord Ray. Hope the move is going well. Thanks always, Ring Planet.
What's up, BT Zona? Thanks for the 420. Move is going swimmingly so far. I mean, remember, I'm like in the eye of the hurricane. There's a moving process. The moving process in itself is a hurricane. Right, what does that mean? Well, you have to pack. You have to contact the moving company. They have to come in and help you pack, and then put everything up, and then get it in a truck. And then, you've got your personal belongings remaining that you kind of take down yourself. Okay, that's where I'm at. I'm at the about to close. So I'm the eye of the storm. There's no, I can see the sun in this process. But once the closing happens and I start going to Miami for real, like driving, and start having to contact the moving company again, then the second part of the hurricane. So halfway through it. And thanks for the nearly 700 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, so thanks for being here. And just again, this is trying to coordinate my last evening here, and it's just a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So, should we just go? Let's just go to Apple, because earnings, right? It was crazy. It was up 3.7%. It was a massive squeeze. Highest price, highest close Apple had seen since November. Highest rally, highest price of the year 2023, and then earnings, they missed first time in 7 years, and so you were up 3.7%, and after hours down 3.28%. You can barely see this blue line, but that's where you're at post market, $145.88. So it was given all back. That's it. That's really not a big deal. That's kind of like surviving, dude. It's just like, oh, today didn't happen on a bad earnings. I would consider that kind of a win. Yeah, not too bad. Only people getting hurt are the people that like FOMO'd in today. I mean, what are you doing? You're gonna FOMO into the markets are so frothy right now. Because you had this kind of massive gap up squeeze on many things. Amazon had it. It missed its earnings. Look at this gap, man. It was insane. Went up and broke the 200-day, tested and broke the 200-day moving average. First time since August. Highest price since October of last year. Highest price 2023. And you gap down. You're down 4.3% after hours. You'll feel like you're just in the middle of two gaps now. So you just got to wonder, like, what will this survive? I mean, will this usher in a wave down? It was a lower high. It certainly was. From the high point to the low point, what'd you do today? A 50% retrace. So Dow's theory. Perfect Dow's theory right there. So will bad earnings keep things going down, or... Okay, sorry. So Apple, Amazon, Google, Ad revenue wrecked again, right? Yeah, down 3.4%. It was up 7.28%. You know, all started with an M shape, a legit freaking perfect shark pattern, even. And a back test of spring of $86, a high from 2020. I mean, off of that, I mean, Google at the close today was up 27% in 27 days. That's a percent a day. So really, I mean, no trend reversal yet. I mean, you have to recapture the previous highs, which I think are back from August. So, yeah, you just gapped up above the 200 moving average. Crazy squeeze today. Let me look at the S&P 500. Right, you break 4,058, probably 4236 to 4,300, because that's what history tells us. And highest daily candle close on the S&P 500 today since August 25th of last year. Highest close, highest price of the year of 2023. So you're on your way. I mean, I think taking out 4,300, and then whenever you take it out and then you pull back and you make another higher low, then you're talking about potential trend reversal stuff. Yep, that's the big one. 4,300, okay? Very good. Dow Jones still just stuck in that neutral consolidation structure, right? You're probably the closest index fund to reversing the trend to bullish again. You got to take out these levels for real, not jokingly, okay? NASDAQ, massive gap up, right? You know this is gonna be gapping down tomorrow on the tech stocks, but breaking 12,000 is massive, dude. I mean, if you can really get back above that and hold it, that's the big one. I mean, 13K target if this is real, but again, grain of salt, because you can't see it the post-market price on TradingView, but it's going to be probably in between these, you know, in between the gap. So that's a big deal, man. Breaking supply line, confirming a bottom, and running, and it's just a dragon pattern, right? Dragon pattern that has achieved 618. So that's one target. A second target of a dragon pattern is going to be 12,555. The 618, 786 are always your normal, you know, take profit levels. Mama Ivy, let's go. Hero Jenkins.
Doge.
Doge, yeah, we can look at Doge. Sure. Let's knock these index funds out, Mama Ivy, and we'll do that. Gonna miss you, kind of. Not really. I think Ron DeSantis is, you know, a level up for sure over Mama Ivy. No offense. I don't know what's going on with the people singing in the background. I can't. No more singing, please. Thank you. IWM. The small gaps. Gonna be down tomorrow. Yes, it was insane, right? It was crazy. Remember, you broke 188. That was the breakout level, and you were on your way to 201. You closed at 198. You're down 0.18%, so it's really not that bad after hours. Wow. But, I mean, a back test of spring is having consequences so far. It doesn't mean it's going to manifest into the absolute moon, but that is very, very nice. A tried and true technical indicator, one of your most reliable indicators, the spring back test. Off that spring back test, up 16% in 40 days. It's an index fund. I know, I get it, man. It's a grandma, but still. I just think about it. This is like massive dragon stuff too. You're talking about if you just happen to make you got to the targets of a massive dragon. Say this was the head, the 2 feet, the spine, the hump, right? And you broke out of the dragon. 618 is a target. 212 makes 209 to 212. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense. And then if it went for a second target, you got 224, which is the 786. It's a dragon, massive dragon. Okay. Just real quick, knockout gold. Bearish engulfing candles, big old rejection today. That's your worst day of the year of 2023. Yeah, by far it is. And unfortunately, just can't. I'll show you. You couldn't do it, man. The level, the old all-time high from 2011. You're back below it. So I'm saying kind of rejected it with the engulfing. So how much downside is there? Well, dude, you haven't even made, there's not even, I mean, just because you had this candle that could usher it all in, the reversal, you haven't even pulled back at all. I mean, a 23% retrace, which is your most shallow retrace on gold, will be 1879. Just a joke retrace. The common retraces, if it ever did get the pullback, would be between a 618 and a 382. This would be like your common retrace after a massive wave up. Your wave down, it's a shorter one, a smaller one, and it normally would go here before pivoting and rallying later. So yeah, it hasn't even started. You just have a bearish engulfing candle that is only confirmed with a candle close, not with follow through yet. So it'll be interesting the next few days, even though it is currently Friday Universal Time. Yeah, CD would naturally get wrecked. Any gold miner would get wrecked if any kind of pullback happened. Remember, you got to think about the miners like altcoins. There's just such a just so much more volatility on the miners, so much less volume. So you're subject for much more massive moves up and down. I mean, you're gonna have CD that I think it got wrecked today. You know, go down 4%, then it'll be down 5% tomorrow, then the next day it'll be up 10%, 5%, 10%, and it's like you got to look at the weekly. So I'm saying on some of these altcoins, these altcoins are gonna be swinging 5-10% a day up here at these levels, and the only way to keep your mind sound is to just zoom out, get to the more significant time scales, look at them, and understand, oh, nothing even happened. Nothing. I can't even tell anything's going on. Okay, so gold, silver, and then we'll just look at a couple of these commodities today. Silver, bearish engulfing candle. It did make officially yesterday. It made its highest intraday price since April of last year, so that was cool. Congrats on silver. Highest high of the year 2023, highest high of the entire recovery today. But again, it's not about intraday, it's about how the day ends, and the day ended with covering the previous 5 candles bearishly. So we have to look at orange juice. We have to, because orange juice is now going to be like the new world reserve currency. Hey man, could I use dollars to pay for eggs? Nah, I need orange juice. I need orange juice. Sorry, we don't accept cash anymore. We don't accept Bitcoin anymore. We accept only orange juice futures. Good God. All-time highs again. Broke out to the all-time highs yesterday officially, and is now just melting up. Unfathomable. You will not drink the orange juice. You will eat the bugs. You will drink the bug juice. Yeah, dude. It is Jesus juice. We'll just call this Jesus juice from now on. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, that's right, dude. I'm starting a Florida and moving to Florida pretty much to start an orchid of oranges. Yep. I'm getting into the game at all-time highs. I mean, imagine that someone starting an orange juice farm right now with the way prices are would be like someone getting into Bitcoin mining at 65, 69K.
Hey Mitch.
I wonder if there are people doing that.
Here. Where are you moving to?
Oh, what's up, Dima? I'm moving to Miami. Thank you for the 10 super chat. Yeah, it's been in the works for a greater part of a month, 6 weeks. And now it all comes to fruition tomorrow. So this is the last stream from Birmingham. Oh, I know I'll probably never leave Florida, for real. I mean, most of the northern part of Florida is virtually the same as Alabama. They call it Lower Alabama, like the Panhandle. So if I ever wanted to move, why would I ever move away from the beach? I don't know if I'll ever leave South Florida either, you know. There's so many suburbs there. Redwell, I am interested. They're finishing up all the repairs. I was in there today. Okay, you look at this and it's incredible. Okay, what will we do? What could we do? All we could do, go to like the weekly and do the major fib extension, all right? And it all started, never forget, this was identified, classic accumulation. Little did you know in November of 2021 what it turned into. Knew it would be like, oh, this is so good looking. The spring back test in 2020, this was all here, man. All of it was here. But yeah, so what you would do just to get a fib extension from the old high to low here, $263 a 1272 fib extension. Wow. Out of this world, dude. But you know, this is maybe a good look at a harmonic that gave you the pause. It gave you the pause, but no reversal, no major. I mean, you reacted kind of, but just never broke down. Just kept holding supports. And so you're hoping like of Ethereum with its completed bearish bat pattern, it's got similar price action at the pattern completion zone, price reversal zone. It's not reversing yet. So hoping that, you know, same type of outcome where Ethereum just blasts off, breaks 1730 and goes straight up to $2,000. Oh, whoops, forgot to pin the whatever. Discord link. Join the Discord. I don't know why you wouldn't join the Discord. You're gonna be connected to nearly 15,000 of like-minded individuals, all have the same goal in mind: wealth, making money, and doing it logically, with reason, without emotion. Join it. I just pinned it and posted it. Okay, so orange juice. Wow, ungodly, unbelievable. Just looking at lumber for 2 seconds to show you how amazing this wedge was. It broke out and it's nearing its first target, and it's just kind of hanging out up 0.5% today. Check it on that. Let's look at U.S. oil. That really just, this is too weak, man. I don't think that it's just, this is not the type of price action you're looking for a reversal. Unless a miracle happens and the bids start coming in like today, probably going to $60. This is just not how it goes. There are no signs of strength at an inflection point. The signs of strength, buyers were defending, they were defending, and then they just two highs that were lower than even the local high from December 2nd. So you're telling me there is that much distribution? It's pathetic, man. U.S. oil's probably like gonna pull a natural gas. Like, it ended with the harmonic, and it's just been nothing but number go down. And there was a seeming glimpse of hopium above 78 on this rally, and now I got no more hope for this thing. This thing's fine, like a fruit fly is fine, where you're just staring into the abyss of 17 to 20% downside on U.S. oil. That's where we are. God. And again, Big Brother natural gas probably showing you, leading you the just rug pulling, virtually Terra Luna-ing. This is what a commodity would do if it was Terra Luna-ing. And I'll start with dark cloud cover, lowest daily candle close. I mean, it's like every day, an everyday occurrence, man. Crashing, lowest daily close since, I think, officially January of 2021, and there's no support here. I mean, 216, and any time obviously the impulse reflexive rally would occur, and no idea where it's going to happen. It's just you broke support and you're nosediving, man. Good luck. It's good though that's happening, right? I mean, we want energy prices to stay low for everyone. Okay, so that's like, those were the kind of notable things. Sugar futures are melting up. It's crazy, dude. Look at this. Just melting up, multi-year highs, reaccumulation, I guess, in the end. And look, your highest levels since November 2016. And probably headed to 23, 24 cents up there. That's just crazy, man. What a run. Okay. Now we can, if you want to, I mean, I know we have like one request, right? I mean, it's a pretty dead day today. But man, I just really want to look at something like HubSpot. It was an identified potential Adam and Eve double bottom. Look at that. Breaking 320. You know, it's down too, 2% after hours. It didn't report, but it's connected to the macro, which are the mega caps. I mean, today it hit its highest price since August, highest price of 2023. And, you know, when it broke 320, it was just kind of like, there's not much there till maybe 411. Very nice. Weight Watchers that hit all-time lows recently, but buyers defended that ice line that goes all the way back to 2015. And buyers defending. Oh my God. Engulfing candle, rejecting the bearish breakdown into the abyss. That was it. A rally and almost a spring back test. That might be off a little bit on my levels. Not really, no. I guess it was a back test of that 387 low from July 2015. Almost got the spring back test before the rally, and you know, highest price 2023 today, the highest close in September of last year. And you got to wonder what this will turn into. Gotta wonder. It's not straight down, up, maybe. I mean, it could gap fill. Well, is there a gap? Also, Dow Jones, thanks, dude. There's a gap at virtually at 587. And then, what was it? Was it fast? Look at this. The old supply line was breached. The old Momo shift. And look at that massive markup. Breaking that supply line like the Jesus, man. That's serious, dude. The Momo shift. This is why, like, a lot of assets in this market were showing the Momo shift, but it took 200 plus days to develop and mature. And look, sometimes this is what it can turn into. The larger the pattern, right? The more identifiable it is on a chart, the more time it takes to develop, the higher the probability is multiple other market participants around the world are going to identify the same thing you're identifying. And it might take action on that. More bids might come in. But really, it's like, you know, when the sell-off happened at the supply line, oh no, we're screwed, right? But then, like, buyers defending from January 5th all the way up to the a few weeks of uncertainty and a local double bottom right here on this right shoulder. And then all of a sudden, that once some of the bids came in, other market participants realized, wow, we're confirming that there are more market participants involved with the asset than before. And it would happen to be a kind of sweet spot, 786, deep retrace there. Okay. And so more bids coming in, breaking a massive $50 level. Look at that, man. And so you're saying maybe a Fibonacci, and you've already exceeded a 50% retrace from your high to low. That happened today. And so you're in the golden zone. I mean, a 618 would be 5683. That'd probably be next. Yeah, it's confluent with your next, like, major peaks. Or you got one August 2021, the peak from August 2022. It's probably where you're headed. Very nice on some of these, man. Okay, NCLH, that has been wonderful. It was a setup. It was dream state. What was it? 1,000 days. 1,000-day development of an M shape or a textbook bullish bat with a 3 rising valleys. Completed on the 3rd valley, happened to have that bonus hidden bullish divergence, and now above the 200-day moving average. My God, in 2 days, NCLH is up near 13%. It's pretty freaking good for a cruise line company. So highest daily candle close since November 16th, highest close of 2023. Very nice. and the cruise lines. They all look pretty good. You got a Marvel, the one that's an active trade setup for patrons. For me, I'm in this. And the entry was down here at the freaking rejection to lower prices. The sellers attempting to break down and then them clearly failing to breach the key 2006 high. And so number go up off the second. First time no one knows. Second time everyone knows, right? So many people around the world and market participants decided to place their bids and look at it now, making its highest price of 2023 today, breaking above the 200-day moving average for the first time since April of last year. Very, very good. I mean, and your first target's $54, $55. So I mean, like, you're on the way. And it was just a classic dragon pattern. I think the way I posted the trade setup was just standard double bottom, which is fine too. Same narratives. So many, man. Like Shake Shack. Just melting up, dude. Melt up. Only after completing an M shape the size of Jupiter. One low in July last year. Second low came in at the beginning of this year. Confirmation low. And now you're going. You probably have a golden cross coming. And you golden crossed, right? I mean, you got Shake Shack golden cross, man. January 24th. That wasn't too long ago. Highest price of 2023, highest levels Shake Shack has seen since April of last year. These are massive developments, things going on, man. Accelerating finally off the second lows. Beautiful stuff. What a beautiful chart, really is. Square was beautiful in itself. That's just beautiful, man. The spring back test, Momo shift, completed M shape, 886, everything was there. And today made its highest price of 2023. Highest candle close really since like August, early August. Broke the $83 resistance. It's just gorgeous, man. This is what dreams are made of. This is why we do what we do. Microsoft had a good day today too. That massive double bottom. And look, you broke a supply line today officially. There it is. Goes all the way back to November of 2021. It had its highest daily candle close since September. Highest price of 2023. Gap down, or it's down after hours 1.1%, but up 4.69% to close the day. Goodness. GPS is another one just spectacular. The amount of time it took for this to develop. This was 2020. The M shape develops, completes, type 1, type 2, then the massive rally off the type 2, then a pullback, and guess what? 200-day moving average begins to act as support on that right before that pivot, or the pivot was starting. Hidden bullish divergence developed, and look at how it's playing out. It's performing very well, and now you're about to test that 15-18 level again, and if you break it, it could be 20-25% upside. This is Gap. This is the retail joke store. Oh, we make clothes, dudes. Remember us from the 90s? Yeah. There's so many. I keep looking at these. I keep going, man. Just nonstop. What about Nvidia? Highest price 2023. Highest price since April of last year, man. Talking about inverse head and shoulders developed, and now it's confirmed, and now it's running. And the next target's 230. When you got earnings on this one's you got a few weeks. You got like 20 days. God, B Cove continuing to accelerate off of that low, man. Here it was. You were pinged on this. Hey, dude, we were at the level 5 to 558. We were here, and now we're not. Now you're at 665, and you just gotta wonder, how we'll come for a back test or we're going. It's a lot of gaps to fill on the way.
Hi, Mitch.
Up.
Can you chart Ren? Just took a position earlier today. Thanks, bro.
Just took a fresh long
0.00921263
in crypto.
ETH.
Man, that's tough, dude. To take a fresh long today on anything in crypto is kind of, I'm not gonna be praising you for that at all. But I appreciate the contribution. I'm not sure. Does Gap own Abercrombie Fitch? Probably these days. How do they survive without acquisitions over the years? So anyway, I mean, keep going. Let's just go to Doge for Mama Ivy. Really appreciate that, Fiddy. Certainly the highest contribution of the evening and most likely will be of the stream. So, Doge. Yeah, I just couldn't do crap. Could it? It is unable. Market participants unable to keep the price broken out. You have a false bearish breakout happened. Confirmed. That just happened. So, and now you can have the candle high close plotted too, but you're talking about the cleanest breakouts, 9.1. If you stay above 8.68 cents, you're still above the August high candle close. But again, these assets were here on the 4th. They looked actionable, low risk entries, and now this run has gone on for a month. And now it's like people trying to ask questions about what should one do now. It's like that's not how TA works. TA shows you the actionable levels where you've set up stop losses, entries, and take profits. TA doesn't tell you after the asset is off those levels, when they go up 36% in 27 days and then they're just butting up against resistance points, the TA is just not going to be helpful in this environment. It's just not going to what do you do? Like, what if it dumps and even goes to 7.67 cents? That means it loses. If it just loses another 16% of its value, it's still fine. As long as wherever the sell-off ends and a pivot begins, the low is higher than the previous lows. That's all that has to happen. So this thing could free fall so much and still be okay. The only people getting wrecked are the people buying today or yesterday or 3 days ago. I mean, what do you want from me? So like, yeah, these things on breakout watch. But a breakout watch is watch. It doesn't mean warning. It doesn't mean it's happening. It's exactly where it could reverse. Just as easily as it could break to the next level, it could reverse here because history tells us it's exactly what it does. It reversed violently there May 15th, reversed violently August. It's reversed there in November. When you broke it in November, you went straight up to the next level and then broke it again and dumped. So, and the same price action back here too. It's like straight up and down and then up. So that's your Doge. Could not break out today for real. Doesn't mean it's in trouble. Again, if you're doing the right thing, buying at 886's actionable areas, reasonable.
Yo, Mitch, take a look at Elephant
risk
Token
areas.
Plaza Thai, sir.
You're just not concerned about it right now. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to stress about assets. Is it going to break soon, or is it about to dump 15% and I get wrecked? Well, if you bought low, then 15% drawdown, you're not thinking about it. You're looking at the weekly. You're not concerned because you know a higher low gets put. Like, that can happen, man. A Momo shift happens. The lowest low, then a higher low comes in later. What was that? What's up, Yeet the Bugs? Elephant token? Oh my god. I suppose so. We can. So that was Doge from Mama Ivy. And we can go to Ren again. Can't remember which one I was looking at. Which one I had updated. Old Ren, remember the right angled and ascending broadening formation? Oh my god, it was so perfect, man. Just like Hex. Just how semiconductors reversed. Wow. Again, you're looking at a loser that just put in its lowest low of the entire downtrend. Has it made a higher high? Certainly not. No higher highs, no higher lows. So no argument for a bullish trend at all. Not even close. Not a good start. Someone requested this yesterday, and I just don't know why. I guess above 7 cents, you're okay. Below 7 cents, you want nothing to do with the asset. Nothing. Do I see a structural development that really sticks out to me? Nah, not really at all. I mean, this is all you got. This is it. After all that's happened in the past month, this is it on Ren. I mean, I guess it's up a lot. It's just so hard to tell, right? I mean, these things, 5.7 to, it's up 50% in 39 days. Like, no action to take right now. No fresh longs today. It was never like that. Now, one time on all these breakout watches, it's like, oh, good time to enter on anything right now. It's just not. If you had a time, it's like a comet. The comet comes once every 50,000 years. You can see it, and then it starts going away from the Earth, and eventually you can't see it anymore. Therefore, it's not actionable. The closer the comet is to Earth, the closer you are to an actionable entry where you can strategize your stop loss, your entry, your take profits, reasonable 3-to-1 reward to risk areas. So this doesn't look like much of a comet to me. And just a massive underperformer. I mean, I guess locally it's up 50%, but I can't even tell. My God. Just based on like the way there's so many other assets, this is not one I'd be looking at that much. I mean, I get it, dude. It's at the 886 levels, 95% retraces. So many other ones were too.
THX Mitch, been with you the whole bear, including first days of this year. In it to win it. Thanks for everything.
What's up, Mexican? Thanks, dudes. In it to win it. Swear down. In it. Yeah, well, I really appreciate you being here. Well, if you were here the first days of this year, then you did it. You win. All right. If you were here at the beginning of the year watching the streams, you win. Because chances are the arguments presented here were so compelling that you were probably inspired to think about taking it along. And you knew, just like I knew, that these could fail if Bitcoin rug pulled, if Bitcoin dumped and didn't pump. We knew it. So we were uncertain, but we knew what has been studied and researched for 100 plus years. It presented itself. All the variables we looked for, the dreams were there. Okay, so your Ren, I just don't have, I mean, maybe we go the weekly. Weekly's pretty garbage. I mean, that's a really nice inverted hammer. That is a massive reversal candle right there. Certainly, but the reversal happened. You had all these weeks of up. So, cool. It's educational. Inverted hammer reversal being respected. And yes, above 7 cents. When you're above 7 cents, normally the only thing that happens is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if it stays above 7 cents long enough, based on history, we could see a run to 13.3 cents if Bitcoin continues its ascent. That's it. That's it. If you exclude the crazy scam wick, do we have a wedge? Maybe. It's pretty, this is pretty, you're reaching here. I don't think you do have, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't spend too much time on joke coins that just, there are better ones. Hey, Bubba, I see you, man. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Will you please get some hype in the chat for Bubba? Please be sure to sync up the Patreon, the Discord. You got to do that, man. Okay, thank you, dude. Second best day of the month to join the Patreon. Access to trade setups, my charts, premium Discord, chats. There is value. There's certainly value in there. But I think the most important aspect of you joining the Citadel or Patreon, they're identical, is you're supporting what I do. You joining the Citadel, Patreon says it is your voice saying, Mitch, I want you to keep coming back and doing these live streams every day. That's all you're saying when you join the Patreon. And I want to learn. I want to be given the fishing pole and learn how to use the fishing pole versus just being given the fish. Because you'll get fish. I mean, yeah, fishes have been handed out, but my God, that's not the point. The point is you learning how to do it yourself so you're not reliant on me forever. And then you would stick around simply because it's fun to be here and you get it. Like 1,000 eyes is way more, I guess, there's way more you can get out of 1,000 eyes versus just your 2. Scanning, I mean, my God, some of the best setups ever have been from people that maybe they learned from me, but they invested in themselves and they continued working, and then they were the ones that found some of these legendary NFT worthy setups. Like DraftKings, I mean, that's got members in our community that found this. I mean, you know, many were doing it, but dude, this is like crazy. I don't think if you don't get harmonics and type 2 returns and the edge that's taught here, you don't really see the significance of this. You don't, but like to someone that studied for so long and put in all this time, it's mouth-watering. It's like a diamond in your hand. And it was all happening at the beginning of the year. So this was completing over 200 days at the same time as all the harmonics altcoins on a different market. We're doing the same type of development. It's crazy. So January 4th, right around the time to be taking longs on cryptos, this thing's up 54% in a month, just like many cryptos. So it's just so, I'm beside myself. It's so perfect. And you think this could usher in something, this could take you to 27 bucks eventually. You're going to pull back up and down, up and down. It could take 6 months, but I'm thinking that's where you could end up, 27 bucks eventually. Yep. No big deal, man. That's just like eventually another 66%. Okay, elephant token. I think I've looked at this maybe once in my life. I don't even, what is it? Is it elephant? You just type in elephant. What the? Elephant money? Are you sure it's elephant token? Yeet the bugs, because I'm not. Could get a line. Be alert. Elephant something. He wants elephant something. Elephant money. Okay. Untamed elephants. Whoa, dude. They're untamed. They're wrapped elephants. And there's elephant money. Did the untamed elephants create the elephant money? And then they sell it to the wrapped elephants? Kappa? Feral elephants. Scary, man. I need more, right? Yeets the bugs, man. You say, look at elephant token, please, and now look at me. I'm like losing my mind. I don't even know. Like, am I looking at the right thing? This probably not. It hit all-time, its highest high since April today, I guess. If this is even what you want me to look at, I don't know, dude. We don't even know if Hyper Niblet is Yeets the bugs, So it just this is what happens sometimes. People will answer for someone else. I appreciate the contribution. It's just, you got to understand and be empathetic here for me that you're kind of setting me up for failure here. We can come back to it, but oh man, it's in an uptrend. I guess it's uptrending since it crashed. My God. Only a few people became homeless on the crash, but you're recovering now. I'll wait for something. I'll send a beacon, Let's go to Hedron. I remember Hedron was close or at that shark completion, and it was okay-ish. I remember. Still good. No. I guess it was done. So the question last time was, did the scam wick act as the type 1 and we got a type 2? Seems like maybe. And now, of course, that it could always be coming back for another type 2 more massive wave, but you are breaking resistance. Hedron has broken a key level where you're now, if this holds, you're on markup watch, meaning you could wake up one day and Hedron is up 77%. Yep, I'm not kidding. That's the only thing the price does between 18,000 and 33,000. That's it. So we knew this level would be somewhere where a reversal could happen for that type 2 idea, but maybe not. I mean, but this is a perfectly completed M shape, and you're breaking ungodly resistance where history tells us, and it's not my opinion, okay? I'm not coming in here being like, oh, I'm the foremost authority and 32,000 is it. And it's because I just feel that way. No, it's like if you just look at history, that's how these lines exist, right? When does the price ever virtually stop in between these levels besides 1 or 2 times? Down, up, back test, down, up. Yeah, 1 time for the rally, and then you rebroke it straight down. So if you're breaking it again straight up, 77% upside on Hedron, it's freaking sexy right here. It really is. Have your alert set up because you're hearing the beep, you know you're going on the markup. I mean, if you were long on this, the only way to play it would be having to stop below 17,500 or something, maybe 16,600. Because I don't think you want to be playing with it below that, because I think it could be going way back down to 10,600 for a second test. Okay, so just be aware. You are on markup watch. The breakout has occurred, and you're back testing the breakout like today. Hexagon, there you go, man. I know multiple people in this community have been looking at this, and it is very pretty. Very pretty right now. That was the last request. I turned on my bitrate by like 200. I didn't think that was going to do anything, but so far I'm live. No interruptions. Past 3 days in a row, there have been pretty, like 20 minutes in, I'm out, right? The internet goes out. Not yet. Thanks for the nearly 700 people here still. Thanks to 329 likes. Sorry couldn't get you that breakout you were looking for above 23,835. We were really close, weren't we? Really close. Gotta wonder their consequences, because I mean they're now on Bitcoin. I forgot to talk about this at the beginning of the stream. There is 4-hour quadruple bearish divergence to show you, but no way, man. I extended the the new data. It made the most sense. The 1, 2, now 3 and 4 touches up here. But look here, you got each high lower levels, including your most recent failed attempt to break out. So something to just keep in mind. I mean, so like on your less significant time scales there's been no reliability on them, because every time Divergence doesn't really do much, pull back and holds and then rallies again, higher highs, but you're still making a bearish argument here. You gotta wonder, is this gonna catch resolution, or are we just gonna say no? Let's look at the 12-hour that had been showing stuff, but then I'm sure on this, let's see. I mean, the kind of diverging on the RSI.
Okay, let's do UNI now, lol. And when I say I took a position, I always mean spot, bro. I don't do leverage, lol. 0.00920519ETH.
Thank you, Zupa. Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter if it's spot or leverage. Fresh longs at these levels, it just, your upside could very well be limited. But understand, you could win the lotto and it break. We're just at the point where the harmonics were so massive, and off the entry, I mean, it took so long for them to develop. I mean, sometimes like the cycle reverses off those M shapes. It's not just, oh, it runs up to Rudy Poo 50%, hits the resistance, and then collapses later at much lower price. No, what'll happen is those M shapes develop over all that time, like DraftKings, right? And it ushers in something far more significant, just like U.S. oil. Its bearish shark last year completed 85, 86% retrace, pretty perfect, and it was over. The whole cycle is reversed on U.S. oil. That could be happening in crypto. Cycle reversal. Like you get a wave up that lasts on the weekly. So that's what I'm saying. Like right now, you're off the bottom. You're 50% off the bottom on most of these completed M shapes, harmonics, 886s, global 886s, and so you're pausing right now at these next inflection points, and you get your coin out and you flip it on whether we have an immediate sooner than later breakout to the next levels, which normally a lot of them are 25 to 50% more upside, or this is where we reverse for that. Talk about that common retrace that you haven't really gotten yet, 38% to 61.8%. So you're just kind of coin flipping right now at resistance. No breakout yet, as we just saw in Bitcoin. Music stopped, sorry. Bueller. All right, getting the audio check, new set, so it could be new decibels. And ruin the stream, man.
In the mix.
That's probably pretty loud. Yeah. That should be all right, right there. I don't know. Okay, so just I think you're in roulette territory. It could pump or dump here at this resistance, and you're not gonna surprise me either way. I mean, it's failed and failed and failed again, and all the divergence. So there's a small argument for a pullback here still, but the daily, that argument, it doesn't exist. If anything, the argument would just be the negative momentum is building, and it could continue to build while the price falls, and you get resolution on the 4-hour bearish divergence. And this, you're still slightly overbought at 70.68 right now, RSI. So this is just there's no strategy involved belonging anything right here. You just dude, you're just elevated. You're just at the highs, at a resistance. That's like kind of the dumbest area to ever go long. Fresh, no matter if it's spot or if it's just depending on what your goal is. I'm talking about, like, we're trading like daily patterns. It took forever to develop. I know some people like day trade, they scalp, everyone's got different things. But I'm just saying, the way I look at things, this is like crazy, fresh long territory. People had opportunities before to get in, and it was less gambly. Was way more calculated and strategic, and that's what it's all about. So anyway, Uni, you want to see Uni? Yeah, dude, that one was a freaking unreal, dude. Was doing it, and then Bitcoin pulls back, and then it wasn't doing it. I don't even know if it closed as a breakout. It was breaking out all day, all night last night, and then we did it, man. All right, Uniswap breakout. It was so close, and that was strong close, man. Highest daily candle close of the year 2023 for Uniswap. Highest candle close since November 5th. Multi-month highs and official confirmed breakout, and the target is 867. I don't know when it will get there, but I'm telling you, the level has been breached. It is confirmed. It was a candle high close from September 19th of 2020 right there. That's why it's important. It was the first time. So everything correlates after. You can see it multiple times in 2022, and you can see it even this year, and now you've broken it. So if it's real and you catch follow through, there is still another 20% upside on Uniswap. Bottomed out in June. Yes, maybe this low from November, December was lower than the low from September. November, December, it was lower than the September low. Doesn't matter. These two lows were higher than this low. So accumulation argument's still there, even if it's weaker. You normally want to see like a low, the higher low, then a higher low again. Well, you didn't get it on Uni, but it's still okay. It's still decent. I don't even think you made an 886, so you kind of outperformed. You made a 78% retrace. It was close to a Gartley. If this was a little bit more shallow, it would have been a freaking Gartley that actually completed and is reversing there. So think about that. Yeah, this is a supply line that's not a joke. It goes back to March of last year. So there could be consequence, and a 20% consequence from here. And if you ever broke that, that's where fireworks start. That's where you could be going to freaking $12, $13. So yeah, it's promising. The breakout confirmed on Uniswap. There you go, dude. That was the last request, Zupa men. Get wrecked, everyone. Take a look at Litecoin that didn't close at it's going today. Going for its highest price of the year. Most likely today, probably going to go test 105. This is it, man. This one broke out multiple times. I mean, this one reversed its trend way back. I mean, like, people will be requesting something like pancakes or elephants, or could we look at cake or bake or something really stupid that was a 2021 scam? Can we look at an asset that's just making all-time lows, please, sir? When you got stuff out there, you got prime rib out there This is prime rib stuff. Higher highs, higher lows. Bottomed out in June. And then you want to go get some cheap trash McDonald's hamburgers, which is these scam coins that people just, I don't know why. People are obsessed with. And I appreciate the contributions. It's just, there's not much I can do. Just look at it and be like, wow, this sucks. Technically, Shiba is a high-end cut of steak right now. It is. Sorry, daily and weekly are too powerful.
Please.
PayPal, what's up, Dow Jones? Yeah, man, we can look at PayPal now. PayPal, the inferior technical setup, because Square is far superior. PayPal's okay, you know, okay, mooning too, but again, Square was way better. I mean, this thing hit its lowest low, right? It's clearly a massive potential double bottom. You go to, forget the daily, you go to the weekly, it is a massive double bottom in develop. I already see I got it here. Yeah, just kind of like, look, you know, and then it's just like, okay, same thing. Failed bearish breakdown. The sellers had to really push it. And yeah, I mean, talk about consequence here. I mean, you broke out. I mean, that's a dragon of sorts. You broke out last week, followed through immediately, and you're now above at least the low from the COVID crash. You're right at this high from 2018. The next target's probably just going to be like 93.66. If you ever break 93.66, that's where you go to 121. That's where we're going nuts. High to low here. You talk about retraces. You've hit a 38% retrace today. So you've hit the golden zone. You've hit the common retrace area. You could be going to 95 or 101 to continue that common retrace. But if you're talking about targets, if you're talking about a dragon, it's always the 618, it's always the 786. And in your third one, if you ever wanted a third target on dragon, it's always the 1272 of the structure from the high to the low. 1272, third target, bonus target. Really good for crypto. Oh, and in crypto, if the market conditions are insane enough, 1272 and then a 1618 and maybe, just maybe, a 2618 in the right conditions for crypto. Because what would happen, I remember, like, we'll have these dragon trade setups and they'll play out brilliantly. They're awesome. It's freaking amazing, right? All TA respected. And then they'll hit the three targets. They'll hit the 1272. And then they'll go up to like the 2618. And someone will be like, how's that TA working out for you, man? It went way higher than the target. It's like, what? I mean, like, yeah, this is an untraditional market, and these are traditional targets, of course. So, yeah, you have to think about it. Like, okay, well, next cycle, next time we get insane potential massive waves up, you know, where targets are hit and exceeded, yeah, 1618s, 2618s versus 1272s on dragons, maybe. Sorry, there's no one's done research on this stuff in this market. So we're kind of clearing the thicket together, bringing traditional technical analysis to an untraditional market. Pioneers, certainly. I mean, think about it. This market's going to be here forever. Crypto will be here forever now. And it's like we're the people. Like, we're coming in to the new land and plotting charts, identifying patterns that were on traditional markets and bringing them here. I mean, we're it, dude. We're like, one day, you know, 50 years, 70 years, 100 years from now, they're gonna be black and white pictures of us talking about dragon patterns. We're gonna be the Wyckoffs. We're gonna be the Wells Wilder. We're gonna be the Gans and the Dows in crypto. Yeah, Scott Carney, he's gonna be dressed in a freaking, like, you know, old school 1920s suit, you know, I mean, in a history book one day. Okay, so that's your PayPal, man, on the weekly. There you go, probably higher. There is definitely more upside, though. You're kind of off. I think the cutoff on this one, maybe at this point, I see it's tough because you fall below 82, you go straight down to 72, and you're still kind of okay at 72, higher low and gap fill. So I think this is good for more upside in time, maybe not literally tomorrow. But yeah, it's good. Nice. We got OMG up 2% on the new day. This is my last stream from Birmingham, chat. Just keep that in mind. This is historical. This is a historical stream. So you got old OMG that is trying to break back out. 145.5 right there. It's that wick high from February 2020. You are breaking back out. Breaking back out. So pretty strong here. Way more upside. I mean, like, if you're just talking about it's the wedge, man, and man, I'm really like, could be this high to Fibonacci, really, but conservatively speaking, I don't know if I could even, I can't get another touch, really. I think it's where it starts here, man. You just Fibonacciing the structure, high to low, and 50% retrace is 175, and the 618 is 192. So there's more upside on this for just conservative Fibonacci profit taking levels. Really conservative, right? Because I could use this high probably fine, and you got way higher. You got 190, 212 targets up there. So only now hitting a 236, your most shallow retrace. So yeah, more upside probably on OMG in time. I don't know now or what, you know, it's the closer you were to 108, the more reasonable it was for a low risk entry where you're able to strategize entry, stop loss, take profits. It's similar to ZRX, which is an active trade setup. ZRX, speaking of, up 2.53% on the new day. I don't like nothing like that. Hey, buyers defended the breakout of the double bottom. You know, it's been broken out of the wedge. Right? It was the false bearish breakdown at the 2019 level that intrigued me. It was the weekly. I think it was even monthly bullish engulfing or something stupid. There were like, I feel like I was annoying people when I was looking at this to potentially post as a trade setup back in early January. And now it's played out to a good degree, but it's only just begun, really. I mean, you have a target of 30 cents from here. Like, if this actually is going to play out moderately, 28% upside from here, 29% upside. It's crazy. Just patience, though. If it pulls back and goes to 18 cents, makes a higher low, it's still fine, it's still valid. So steep.
Have we done op/USDT? Thanks.
We can. There's nothing to look at. I mean, it hit all-time highs. It's been mooning. Oh my God. I mean, again, it's like no action to take on a request. Normally, the best requests, they're all appreciated, but the best requests are the ones where, hey, they're actionable for longs right now based on an impeccable argument via traditional technical analysis. Best request. This, I know for a fact, is not an actionable long. How can it be? How could this be? The time to be requesting OP was back in October, back in November, back in December. You had 3 different valleys you could have requested this, and they were all pretty freaking cool. And now look at it, all-time highs. All I can do is go from the high to the low of the harmonic and let you know that you have hit a 1414.
Can we see your levels on dollar RSR? Thanks for everything, Mitch.
What's up, Cox Lawn? Thank you, dude. Yeah. Reserve rights. We'll look at it. Thanks, dude. 1414, 292, and then the 1618 is 324. That's all I can give you, the 2618, but I'm not trying to make you think that it's going here. 485 if it ever breaks 324. Yeah, 485 makes sense. $5 probably running to that level, psychological. So that's it, man. It's just incredible. It was incredible. The M shape, dude. Is it a 72%? Is it 94%? Is it 116%? Nope, it's an 88.6% retrace. How many times you got to see the 886, this M shape, develop, complete, mature, and moon before you become a believer? I'm right? Just wondering. There you go, Steve. Thanks, man. Dude, I can't believe y'all be asking about some of these, dude, like loser coin, dude. All-time lows. But yeah, buyers defended the new all-time low from May. But no formal back test. What a joke, man. No formal back test. Unless you're talking about the candle low close. God. It's trying to back test. I guess if you hold 4.1 of 1 cent, that could be the back test, and there could be a lot of upside. And your upside would probably just be a shark. 6.7 to 7.2 tenths of 1 cent maybe up there. Yeah, you broke a supply line too, man. I'm trying, man. These are really tough. Really tough to do stuff like this. But yeah, back in the range between 0.3 of 1 cent and 0.8 of 1 cent or whatever. Okay, cool. Hit a 382 and you're pulled back. Okay. Dude, I got nothing for you. I mean, if it goes to 0.3 of 1 cent, that might be the absolute most optimum entry ever for a spring back test long, but it's RSR, dude. An all-time low. It's a loser. I remember we were talking about things that put their lows in June and have only been making higher highs, higher lows in the same asset class, like same market, and you got this one. Sure, man. Hold this level. The upside potential, I would think, that would make the most sense. That would be your target, man. You can't be like swinging for anything less than this. Like, if you're going to hold this level, then you got about 80 to 90% upside if this holds. Yeah, sure. Bottom range and buyers defended. Okay. Okay, so got some moves. I mean, ZRX DGB is up 2.5% on the new day. This one's a sit and wait for 100% upside from the entry at 0.8 of 1 cent. ETC, still, man, you're so close. I'm telling you, ETC is like absorbing supply, and if this doesn't reverse here, this is going to up. You'll get a crazy 20% day, easy candle, just like you got here. If $24 breaks, which it is so strong, sellers cannot keep this price down. Like, they just can't. I think there's too much demand right now. Look at that. I mean, that is a clear reaccumulation structure. It's been in development since mid-January. 2 weeks large now, and this is exactly where an asset would reverse. But the context is you type 2 return of the bullish butterfly, meaning, okay, time to reverse, time to go to $40 eventually. If Bitcoin just doesn't collapse, that's gonna happen.
Can we look at the QQQs?
What's up, Bit Boss? Yeah, we can look at the Qs. Yeah, we can. So just pay attention. You have your alert set up, please, above $24. So when you hear the beep.
Thanks, I entered in January, so I'm already up. Just wanted to see your thoughts. Smiley face.
Yeah, man. I got you. Thank you, dude. So it's, that's where you are on that one. It's kind of at the bottom of the range, trying to hold that candle low close, the all-time low candle low close as support. See what happens. Yeah, so if you're in it, there's nothing wrong with this. Maybe holding on, see if it's real. It's only been obliterated over like a year and a half. Is it the Qs next? Yep. Technology. What is that all about? Is it good or is it whack? Well, it's freaking good today. Red angle ascending, broadening formation. Broke that. Can you believe that? Man, we were back here. It was so scary. And then the rally off the low, and it's like that is buyers defending. They defended that level where it seemed like things were about to collapse, man. Just like Bitcoin in 2021, remember at 30K? Oh, it's so screwed. It's about to get, oh, it's over, dude. Lower high, and the failed attempt by sellers had consequence where a non-stop run to the top of the pattern, but breaking it today. Probably going to be down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. It's a 316 target. Just the candle low close from May 2021. If you ever broke that, well, you're going for 338. Yeah, I go to the weekly here. Weekly's insane, man. Like, yeah, the NASDAQ, look at this. Same curve line tool. Had up since before COVID crash. Yeah, you got a spring back test to spring behavior. That's what happened here on the weekly. Incredible. But have you made a higher high yet? Certainly not. I mean, this asset could run up to an 886 and reverse and make a lower high, and then the previous event before that was the lowest low. So 786 is coming, but based on the 50% retrace, you're thinking probably a bat. So 325 would be your target, maybe, to complete that W shape here. But I'm thinking, though, the way it looks on the weekly, one low, then the second low, and it's almost like, you did break that supply line. So it's like a massive dragon pattern. Like you have like a colossal sized bullish dragon. You see, it's perfect, right? So you Fibonacci from the top of the dragon to the bottom of the dragon, and you have a 618 target of 350, which I would say 338 to, because it makes more sense. February 2021, April 2021. First target there for the massive dragon. And, and this is like universal. It's like, if it's a dragon and it breaks out, traditional targets, 618 and 786. But I would say, since it's close to resistance, I would just go with the resistances. They are confluent, though. They're pretty nice. There you have it. Those are your targets on the weekly, on the QQQ, and it goes up to these levels, and then it could reverse violently to the downside, or it goes up to an 886, and then it's a massive bear shark, and then you go to the monthly, and it's like a double top, lower high, double top on the monthly, and it's like, oh, we are doomed. So this is something to think about. I mean, this definitely is an attempted rally going on significant time scales. Go to this monthly so you can see it. Just think about this wave up that could last 6 to 8 months, right? Takes us to a full-on 886, and then the lower high, and then later you had something similar to this in 2000. I'll show you. You had the rally, the dump, and then another rally to make a lower high before going way, way lower. So, enjoy it now. You can make your gains now on these 200+ day large developed patterns right here at potentially the B point. And it's going to take profit. Be a trader, be a position trader on these huge patterns, three targets. And by the time we start getting to those deep retraces, be really careful up here. Okay, there's your cues, Bit Boss Man. What's up, Rob?
Entered a coin trade at $42. Was thinking of adding to it, but it went up a lot today. If it were to reverse, where do you think it's going?
Thank you, Rob, man. Coinbase, yeah, mooning. Look at your monthly bullish engulfing candle and immediate fall through in the past couple days. Yeah, it's crazy, right? False bearish breakdown. Yeah, it jumped across the creek. This is, highest daily candle close on Coinbase today since September 12th. Highest candle close, highest price of 2023. And where could it go? I mean, I'd like to see it. Whenever a pullback happens, you want to see a higher low get put in. Then there's like, oh, I now know there are more people that own the asset than before. But one thing I hate about these lower lows is like, there is not any evidence of organic accumulation. I just like assets that sell off and they spring and then they back test springs, and you can see it on a significant time scale like the daily. You just don't have that here. Just kind of like a straight line up. And you're asking if it were to reverse, where do I think it's going to reverse? Downward? I mean, my God, dude, you just look at the freaking weekly. It's just a massive potential. Look at that. It's crazy, dude. And there was serious, insane divergence on the weekly, man. So you just got to wonder. I don't know when or how, but like if this has resolution, you're talking about breaking 116 and going up. I mean, I would say you probably would have to measure move here. Talk about a common retrace, because the only discernible high on the weekly to the low. You haven't hit a 236 yet. Your first target is 111, and then your common retrace zone. If we're talking, it could be 6 months, 3 to 6 months. If it's going to make that common retrace from the high to low, 160 to 240 would be your targets, and it wouldn't be a big deal. It'd be just a common loser scrub normal retrace. Wow, assets do that after they collapse like this and they confirm bottoms with that type of divergence in the weekly. Yep. But if you got in at 42, you got into the absolute bottom. There's no point in letting go now. You're up. You've doubled your money. And if you're looking at the weekly, it's kind of like you can't be that. You can't. You look at the 4 hour and lesser time scales. It's gonna make you maybe sell. I mean, this is pretty good on the freaking weekly, man. For more upside, you just can't believe it right now. I mean, just think about it. If it goes up to just hit the 236, you go up 35% from here. If you go to the 382, the shallowest retrace in the golden zone, you go up 100% from here. You double again. It's wild to think about, but you would say it's wild to think about, but what's more wild? Oh, the asset last year only lost from its highest high to its lowest low. It only lost 92% of its value in 414 days. I think that's crazy. So how could it not? How is it crazier that it would go up and make a 38% retrace from that high to low? 38%. That's a nothing. That's a joke. It's common. So you double up again if it just makes a common retrace on the weekly. Anyway, so there you have it, man. You know, the one that was like this that I like better was Hoods, because the predictable pattern, the identifiable, discernible pattern, that I know has been researched, and it didn't hit all-time lows. It, in fact, made a higher low at the 886, at the spring back test, and just made its highest level of 2023, highest level since November. So, yeah.
Hey Mitch,
So
can you
GGX.
take a look at comp/used on the weekly? Thanks.
Yeah, we can. This is a NFT. Should make it now, but I'm waiting for it to play out more. You want comp on the weekly or the daily? And is this really it? It's probably just turning into something else. Is it probably just maybe upslope consolidation like the rest? Yeah, it is. It's just, high and tight flag, maybe. That's what you got going on this right now. Super strong. I mean, this could easily go down, but my God, I've seen them go up. And after something like the context, I would not be surprised if it just goes to $80. But yeah, we'll go the weekly. Same old big old double bottom on the weekly. Right? It's like you got kind of like Coinbase, kind of like Shiba a little bit. One low, then the second low, confirming the bottom is in for now, and target is $80. Why is that not the target? That's the old all-time low. You never back tested it. It was just breached. Well, then I think market participants will push the price to test it formally to make sure it's resistance again. And if it's not, you break it, you go to 110. That's it. Thanks again. Does that make any sense on the weekly? It's good. It's kind of coin flippish right now because you missed the time when it was less coin flippish. It was like more probable for upside when it was completing that 886 M shape. And now since it's up so much, and this is where it could pull back here and then pivot and then run later or sooner. It breaks this level sooner and just runs $80, which means, just a good old cool fashion, 50% more upside. Yep. And if you just Fibonacci from the high to low, that makes a lot of sense too. Like, and it's not weird. It's not crazy. It's the 38% retrace is that low. You see what I'm saying? How if you look at the weekly, you just can't be concerned about anything because they haven't made common retraces yet. And it takes time for that to occur. This is your common retrace zone from just the high to low. Assets commonly go between a 382 and 620, 82.50 to 117.35 on comp in time. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm about to wrap this up. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, my last dinner with my parents in the suburbs. But it's crazy. If you're here, you're living history. You're living like a really big day in my life. So thank you for being here for that. Too bad we couldn't get a pump too. So I just say patience. Patience on crypto. Patience. Because you did the right things. You got in your positions a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. You're up. You're winning. You might have taken profit on one at one level, but you're still in. That's where you are right now. That's where the smart money is. They're in and they're waiting for higher prices. But we know a 25% pullback could happen first, but we're thinking based on the weekly and daily patterns that develop and how long it took for them to develop, any pullback we get is going to be short-lived. It's going to usher in a higher low and we're going to run later. So it's either sooner or later. Moon. Not, oh, we're going to zero soon. No, that's not really on the table right now. It's more like we placed our bets, we're up, and we're waiting for more tendies. That's it. Straight up. I mean, best team in basketball right now. LSU this weekend? Yep. Good thing LSU's not very good this year. Okay, y'all. So let's break 23,835. Let's get a spaceship stream locked up. So one of my first streams from Miami. You know, I'll be in a hotel room for a little bit till the movers get everything moved in. But, you know, my first office stream, let's hope for a spaceship stream. We're only, what, $1,500 away? It just doesn't seem like that far. And the high and tight price action is so strong right now. No sellers yet. When asks. The asks have not come in yet. Not enough of them anyway to usher in any sort of pullback. Have your alert set up. 23835. You break it, you hear the beep. You know I'm going to be paying attention too. Let's synchronize our alerts together. You want to have them on all these assets at all above their key inflection points so you know when the breakouts are happening. That's the fun part. And it's fun being associated with a community that cares as much as you do. Because why did I even start this community in the first place? I mean, it all stemmed back from how I got involved with online communities. I had no one to talk to about this stuff to. No one to talk about charts with. No one to talk about stocks with. And then it started becoming more crypto, you know, because a lot of people cared more about crypto. It's like, okay, whatever. You know about crypto. You never participated in a traditional market before. Well, here's how normally it works in the traditional market. And then that's kind of... So I just was looking for people to hang out with, you know, talk to. It's fun making money, but it's way more fun making money and being connected to a community that cares about what you're doing. Your girlfriend, your wife, she's not going to care. Your best friends are not going to care. So it's like, you know, you need to have a passion for this stuff. So anyway, join the Discord so you're completely connected to the community. Because this live stream will end, but the community does not. It is 24/7 community, and it's all in the Discord. The Discord link is pinned above. Okay. So let's moon soon. Let's see 28,800 when we break 23.8. And Whoa, we're about to head out. Then Mojibin comes in with Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, they're bankrupt, dude. Or going bankrupt, whatever.
Mojibin super chatted $49.99. BBBY. Bed Bath Beyond, please. My better half said BBBY is closing stores. Don't know how much trouble they're in. Hope your Miami move goes smooth.
Me too,
Much
man.
love for what you and the team do for the community.
Really
Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Well, I mean, again, it's up 18% today. This is going to happen with these stocks on their death throes. Still below the all-time low from April 2020, but you're trying to recover. And again, man, you know it's probably going bankrupt. It's going bankrupt, whatever. If it goes up, these are the ones I'm least interested in. It's like, okay, it's a bankrupt stock. It's like, oh, people trying to long Luna in the summer last year, right? People trying to scalp and long SBF, FTT. It's just like, what's the point? It doesn't even matter. Oh, I don't care if it goes up 3,000%. It's just, I have my money. It's finite. I worked hard for it. And I'm just not going to put it in this trash. Well, imagine putting your money into a known bankrupt stock. And you are going into the casino longing this just because, right? You're pulling the lever at the slot machine. You are not playing poker. You're not counting cards. Playing blackjack, the game of skill that takes time to learn. You are playing the game of chance on this. Roulette. Rolling that ball, man. Playing the penny slots on this. Have fun. If it breaks it, yeah, I'm sure it could do something crazy like it did. You better be paying attention every day. Your money's at risk. So that's it. That's where you are. It's up 18% today. It's closing 10 cents below the 2020 low, all-time low, and that is all I got for you. A higher low got put in. Oh man, is that accumulation? Maybe we got to. It's so tough. Like you can't even Fibonacci. It's broken. So yeah, bankrupt. The real BBBY was the BBY that had an awesome setup. Best Buy. Look at this M shape. Look where it started and how it's ended. It was brilliant, man. You broke out, you back tested the breakout, now you're running again. Saw your highest price today since May of last year. It's just beautiful, man. Wow, testing those February pre-COVID crash highs too. Beautiful. Type 1, type 2 probably in the end, the double bottom. There you go, man. 886. You don't mess with the 886. You didn't quite get there. You were like 87%. New Relic was sick, man. NEWR. Remember, it was back testing the spring. It was rounding action a little bit. It was solid, man. Saw its highest high of the year. I love this. Highest level since August. And could make its way to $74 in time. I think that's probably the target. D level. It was once support in history, and then it became support again. And then all of a sudden, multiple times, then a higher low gets put in. Then you break back above the top end of the range, and then you even got this little back test on the 25th of January before going. Wow, Dash is up 4.6% on the new day. Good. This thing broke out, remember? This is a formal breakout. It occurred when you broke $56, and the upside potential is out of this world. Again, you're not even looking at the daily on this. You look at the weekly on something like this, and it's just ungodly upside. We're talking like minimum 102. That's been the case. Minimum $100 target. If you wanted to be conservative, fine, $90 for a weekly candle high close. Yeah. We've been here. It's like if you're not buying at these levels, if you're not looking at these and you're not interested now, you're not a trader. You don't give a crap about TA. You're just gonna randomly buy at $200 for no reason. If you're not buying at these levels, you have all this time too. I mean, these things developed and it took so long, and we were covering them every day. And it's like the first thing that happened. Well, hey man, it was in November, dude. We broke the supply line. That's cool. But hey, remember it came out. It just made its lowest level for minutes. lowest level since 2017, and then broke out, then back tested the breakout as support, then this miniature little confirmation low, and then a rally, and so then a golden cross happens. Like, whoa, dude, you're really looking pretty good here. Target's $56, I would think, to go test it, and then you broke it, and that's where we are right now. You're at the highest price you've seen since May of last year on Dash. Colossal breakout. ETC is up 3.3%. This is getting on breakout watch again, man. This thing's getting real close. If it closed the daily right now, it'd be the highest daily candle close on ETC since November 7th. It'd be the highest close of the year. Just know, breakout watch where you are. It doesn't mean you're going to break out. It means the conditions are there for a breakout because you are testing and testing and testing and failing. And every time you fail, only higher lows keep getting put in behind it. And now we're about to test it again. Absorption of supply by the looks of it, and $40 target eventually. But you don't believe it now. You didn't believe it. Come on, dude. Let's be real. You didn't believe this down here either. At the beginning of the year, end of the year. You didn't believe, oh yeah, 886 type 2 return to harmony. Okay, then the 20% up day before everything else. And it's like, oh, yeah.
FTM, please.
What's up, 513? Definitely not one to be like formally requesting right now because there was a time where it made the most sense to be requesting that, and now it's just kind of like, oh, look at me, I'm FTM and I'm amazing and I'm mooned. Right at this point, it's up 200+% since it made sense for an actionable long. 200%. One of the best performers too. 200%. And the next target, 65.5 cents. Waiting on it. You almost hit it yesterday. You ever break that? My God, 88 cents, 87.9 cents. There's nothing to do here. It's over. It was there. You had your chance. You had like 10 days, 12 days to pay attention to the back test of spring, the momentum shift after the 113 shark, and number go up ever since then. You're not all of them. Most of them aren't going to do this, but this one happens to be doing it. That's it. Again, the best requests, they're all appreciated equally, but the best requests are the ones where they're actionable longs at this current time. Unfortunately, the way the macro works, you had the chance and it's over now. You missed that one month ago. You had your chance on almost all these for the best, most legendary entries and the lowest risk. Now the risk is elevated because you're no longer at those entry levels. You're up 50% from those entry levels. And now many assets are testing their next inflection points, but have not broken them yet. So therefore, if you keep failing, there's definitely a chance a pullback happens at that resistance. Breakout buyers get destroyed. But again, based on the weekly and the way things look, we're pretty confident that a higher low is the only thing that would be getting put in on the pullback. Nope, didn't look at QNT. I'll look at that right now and then we'll not be done. QNT is, remember, it's a trade setup, legendary, and just holding the double bottom breakout. And just look, this is what you can't, it's on breakout watch technically, but can't break it. It's a real inflection point. This is why it was the first profit taking level, because there's going to be some supply there. General consensus area where multiple market participants around the world could have sell orders. So the sell orders are there and they've been there and they have been unable to be absorbed completely. So, but I think what will happen on the pullback, this is the pullback you're getting, even if it goes a little deeper, I think whenever the pullback completes and a real pivot begins, it will be a higher low than these two lows, and a new test of 150, 156 will occur, and then eventually you will break that. The absorption of supply will be complete, and you will run to 205 and beyond. Okay, that's just IMO, in my opinion, based on an argument presented and represented by traditional technical analysis. That's it. Whew, okay, so that's it. Been live for 2 hours virtually, and again, this is my last Birmingham stream ever as a resident here, unless something changes in a decade, but doubt it. Man, states have stuff to offer, and then, like, you know, when you're in a certain phase of your life, I'm living a pretty untraditional life compared to someone who normally lives here, and that's okay. It's just not for me. There's just not enough stuff to do for a single eligible successful male here. It's just kind of like, and you want to travel? Well, you go to Atlanta, and then you have to do a layover every single time. You got to take multiple plane trips. Just there's no one-way flight anywhere. It's just not a good spot to be for an untraditional life. Okay, so thanks for everyone coming out. Likes, bells, subs, hit them on the way out if you can. Please be sure to join the Discord, where again, that is where the community continues the conversation when this live stream ends. So spam the Discord link. I want to see people join. J1, it's certainly better than where I'm at now, and better than any other city in terms of, again, it's about me and my preferences. Okay, there was no city that could match Miami in terms of having a very nice skyline, the weather being really good most of the time of the year, the political climate that's not insanely Marxist leftist, right? I just want going for something more central, more centric, in a state that's not psycho crazy governors, right? Food. There are things in Miami that you can't get anywhere else in the country. And we're talking cuisine, right? And then just all of that is, to me, was the most important thing. And I knew people down there already, right? I have connections there. I know people. So it's like, that right there is how I made my decision. I could have moved anywhere. I could have gone to Austin, I could have gone to Nashville, New York, Denver. I could have gone anywhere. I chose Miami because it had the most things on my checklist. So again, you can say, oh, it's not that great. It's like, dude, you don't even get it. You're not me. Texas, I mean, again, man, if you like flat land, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Half my view is flat land, but it's the whole freaking skyline city. It's like you can see all of Miami on one side of the penthouse, and that's fine. But I'm saying, like, the other side, ocean, skyline, rivers, everything, right? You're not getting that in Texas, unfortunately, right? I can't just, oh, I'm going to the beach, the beautiful beaches of Texas. They don't have beautiful beaches in Texas, sorry. Plus, like, it's kind of, I know Texas is trying to be like that Bitcoin hub, but Miami is doing it too. So anyway, let's break 23.835. Next time you see me live will almost certainly be in another state, in another city. Why just family? But eventually family's coming to me. That was another contributing factor. I know, like, my parents are retiring soon from their business and all that, and I knew they always wanted to go to Florida, so they weren't exactly like, it wasn't the city they would have preferred for me exactly. That was probably Tampa, but again, I'm giving them a consolation here. I'm going to the state they want, the state they could follow me to. So yeah, Kansas is the ticket, bro. Let me buy a penthouse in Kansas. Said no one ever. Charlie Weiss, maybe. Anyway, so I'm gonna end this stream. Thank you all. I'll see y'all in Florida. And for the last time in Alabama, respect the TA.